What's up, everybody? Good morning. Ben Reza here for Stochastic talking John Deere Classic JDC. We're ready for birdies, more birdies, because we were just at the Rocket Classic and all hell was breaking loose. Everyone was 20 under. It was a mess, but that's the cards we've been dealt. We'll go to Scotland. We'll go certainly to the Open Championship in just a few weeks. But in the meantime, we still have hundreds of thousands of dollars up for grabs. Let's try to grab some of it for ourselves here. And that's what we're about at Stochastic DFS tools to help make you a better player. If you're just joining us for the first time, take a look around the channel. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to show you how to get involved. But let's talk about what we need to talk about here, and that is this tournament. So I mentioned already how easy it is and all that good stuff. You're going to need to score. You're going to need to be aggressive. TPC Deere Run. It's been here for eons, so we know what to expect. This is a course that, bent grass greens, you got to roll it. You need to hit the fairways, should be pretty easy. It's unforgiving, or it's a little forgiving, I should say. The rough can be bad, but you're not usually in it. It's a type of event where you just need to score. You need to be active. You need to be aggressive. You're not going to be able to grind your way through this. I'm not going to spend much more time on it. I do think the Rocket Classic is a decent barometer of the mentality that you need. Oakmont, not so much. This is just different. Let's get into it. Here we go. Start at the top. And let me order. I do this every single week. Why? We don't know. Let's start at the top. Jason Day, Ben Griffin, JT Poston, Danny McPutz, Siwoo Kim, Davis Thompson, Jake Knapp, and Chris Gotterup. Okay. What is the first thing you notice about what's on the screen? Well, it should be pretty simple. To me, there's an obvious answer. And that answer is I'm used to clicking these guys in the 7.4 range, the 8.1 range. They're my fifth guy in a major. The win equity is non-existent in this tournament. There is no Scotty Scheffler. There's not even a Cantlay or a Morikawa. This is just not a lot of firepower. Now, Ben Griffin's been playing out of his mind. There's no doubt. Jason Day has been around for a long time. Some of these other players are decent players. But, man, we don't have a lot to work with. That's the cards we're dealt. As you can see, Ben Griffin is going to be really popular, and he should be. Ben Griffin has been awesome. He leads this field in strokes gained total in terms of most of the metrics if you want to take snapshots of the last month or 2 months. He has just been on a great run, winner at Charles Schwab, second at Memorial, he top 10 at the U.S. Open, 6 straight top 15s. Very impressive. I don't care who you are. That is hard to do. Ben Griffin, overwhelmingly the chalkiest play on this slate. If you don't want to play him, you have Poston, you've got Day. I'm going to go to Denny McCarthy. I like that spot for him. He can really roll it. We call him Denny McPutz. The guy has only lost strokes gained putting 3 times in 2025, 4 times in 2025. I mean, that's ridiculous. He has just been automatic there. He has struggled off the tee at times, but that happens. And it's at courses that gobble you up off the tee. This is not that. If he can just keep it in the fairways, be fine with the irons, let the short game do the work. He was 12th at Travelers, top 10 at the PGA. I feel good about where his game is at. Consistent, quality, sub 10K, 9,900. Let's not get crazy. I'm fine with Denny McCarthy. Davis Thompson, I faded him last week. I actually got away with it. Came in 34th. He struck it better than he scored. I'll admit that. He has lost 6 straight events. Putting, that's not going to get it done. He's lost 5 out of 6 around the green. That's not going to get it done. Ball striking, good. Other stuff, not so much. I like him more here than I have in recent weeks. That's not saying a ton because I straight faded him last week. But Davis Thompson, if he comes in around 10%, he will be in the pool for me. I'm fine with Siwoo. I'm fine with Knapp. Let's talk about Gotterup. Might have been my favorite play last week on the entire slate. He almost got cut. Then he ended up coming in 26, but it could have been even better than that. He gained in all 4 categories. He's an absolute masher off the tee. 7 straight positive strokes gained off the tee in the last 7 events. The irons are fine. The results are there. I think Gotterup is firmly in play again. I don't think I would start with him. That seems a little too low. You could if you want to go really balanced. I prefer him as the second man in. You attack the 9K, you pair him with Griffin. That'll be a popular start for what it's worth. But Gotterup does make a lot of sense this week. Let's scroll. Sanjay. I like him as well. 9,200, 11%. He's sandwiched between Thor Bjornsson. What a world that we live in where that's a sandwich spot, but it's true. Because Sanjay just hasn't been good enough. Missed the cut in Canada, 57th at the US Open, 61st at Travelers. His irons are broken. Now, if he fixes that, I think he'll go right back to being a world class, a really good player on tour. I'm not sure if he can do that. That's why I find it really hard to jam him in this spot. I don't think you can do that. But does he belong in the pool? To me, yes. Thor Bjornsson, he's going to be, I'd say, a little more popular, and we'll see. He did crush it putting last week, and that buoyed a fourth place finish, but he's a pure scorer. I think it's a good setup for him. He's the type of guy that I want in this type of event. I'm not sure that Lucas Glover is that type of guy. I get it. It's just, can he make enough putts? There's going to be a lot of guys that I mentioned, and I'm going to ask one question. Can they make enough putts? He absolutely tore it up at Travelers. Can he make enough putts? I don't know. I really don't. You can't miss all your 10-footers and get away with this. Kirk was awesome last week. Kevin Yu has got massive firepower off the tee. Luke Clanton, one of the young guns. He's someone who's really hard to gauge the price. He did make the cut at the Rocket Mortgage. That's about all he did. Irons were good. Everything else was pretty lackluster. Off the tee was fine too, but he's just got to put it together. And when he does, I mean, this is a guy that showed, he's 15th at Farmers. He was runner-up during in the swing season at one of those events. I don't have it off the top of my head. Luke Clanton's a player. I prefer Bud Cauley and Ryan Gerard right below him. Just a little more well-rounded. Ryan Gerard's playing good golf. He is broken with the putter right now. Crazy bad. 5 straight events he's lost over 2 strokes putting. That is really hard to do. I'm not used to saying this with him, but can he make enough putts? He's in that category. Bud Cauley, again, I'm fine with that. As you can see on the screen, the ownership is pretty flat. These guys are both going to be popular. I think they're cash viable. But you're going to see this range, I would say, potentially everybody creep into the 10 to 20% range. So it is somewhat of a dealer's choice. We'll go one more. We'll cut it to the 8s, and then I'll talk about some other good stuff here at Stokastic. Pearson Coody, one of the brothers. So, interesting name. Getting a lot of love. I want to see how that matures as we get closer to lock. And I get it. He's playing some good golf. We don't see him as often, but he was 16th at Charles Schwab. Price is right. I like him. I don't like him at 27% ownership if that's what we actually get. So just keep an eye on that as we go forward. Michael Kim, also another popular player. He can roll it. There's no doubt. I think he's been one of the more consistent players. Hasn't missed a cut since March. Pretty impressive. He has only lost on the approach one time since February. Pretty impressive. I like the spot. He can certainly roll it. He can certainly score. 8,200. Not bad at all. So if you're looking for plays in this range, you're not going to be devoid of options because you've got Thorbjorn Olesen there. What to do with Ricky? I don't know. I probably will just have like 10 to 15% and call it a day. He missed the cut at the Rocket Mortgage. He was just uneventfully bad. He took multiple penalties, which is just something that Ricky seems to do week in and week out. You have better options, in my opinion, but he's not a complete write-off just because of the strength of this field. So we just went to the 8K range. I'm doing this. I'm also, don't worry, we're going to build some lineups at the end here with the single lineup sim. We're going to have some fun. This is obviously the data hub for anyone that's wondering where I'm getting this. All part of the tools here at Stokastic. I would encourage anyone that plays to come and check this out. Why? Because we have packages from weekly to monthly that fit exactly what type of player you are. Any type of player. If you're going for it all and you really build 150, we have the simulation tools. 150 max, you're generating thousands of lineups. If you're a little more casual and you just want some of the data and things like that, you want the lineup generator, maybe some of that, come on in. And I'm not even, this is truly a sneak peek. Technically, this is starting on Thursday, but if you happen to be watching this on Wednesday, I activated the code for you guys. We are running a July 4th sale. It's going to be available up to through July 4th. That's it. Just a couple days. 50% off any weekly or monthly packages from golf to baseball to all access. The code is USA. You can go to stokastic.com. You can also just go to the link in the description. You'll see it. Click the link, see the options, use the code. Make sure you save that money. Now, Simple, easy, good stuff. Let's get back to the golfers. Here we go. We've got Alex Smalley, Aldrich Poitgetter, the guy who I actually like him a lot in life, but I can't catch a break with this guy. I had Greiserman last week, lost in a playoff to him. That hurt. I bet him against Brian Campbell that week, and I lost in that playoff. This guy is just killing me. He's not going to be nearly as popular as the rest of the range. He is just coming off a win. He mashes it. I prefer Echidariva right here, 7,800. I like him quite a bit this week. He's not going to be anything crazy, but he doesn't need to be at 10%. Just makes a lot of sense. The irons are good. He can score. He was sixth at Rocket Mortgage. He's got the formula in these type of events. I think he's one of these guys. Easy course, more forgiving. Sign me up. Keith Mitchell was awful last week. If you want to quote unquote buy low, you can certainly do that. We know long term, probably a little better than most of this range. There's a couple guys that fit that mentality here. Steven Yeager would be one of them as well. He's right there, 5%. He was frustrated and just played poorly last week. You got Bez. I can't go a show without mentioning Bez. 8% feels about right. We have him projected. The leverage score isn't great. Indifferent, I'll be honest. I like Yeager more. Rio, ding, ding, ding. Neutral leverage score, 11% ownership. That's fair. 7,500. I think that's fair, but also somewhat appealing, to be completely honest. Guy is crushing with the irons, except last week he lost it completely, and the results showed. But that's okay. It was one tournament at Rocket Mortgage. Before that, he had gained in 5 straight events with the irons, and he gained 9 strokes on the approach in Canada, 24th, 19th at the US Open, 16th at Charles Schwab. Grillo makes a lot of sense this week. It's not just me being a Grillo truther. He actually does make sense. Taylor Morayo, I think, makes some sense. Mr. Swenson, the new Svensson, he's replaced. He may have Shang Tsung'd Adam Svensson because this guy's playing much better now. And my guy, Adam Svensson, is not playing too well. He missed the cut on the number last week. He's really reliable off the tee, and he's really weak with the iron. So if you're building to that skill set, give Svensson a look here. I much prefer Lee Hodges, though. I like Lee Hodges. So does everybody else. 17%. I think that's probably warranted. If you're building for cash, I would imagine he's where you land in this range. Tom Kim is a really difficult one for me. He is playing bad. Now, a couple years ago, even last year, Tom Kim would have been 10,500 in this field, but it's not a couple years ago. It's warranted. I don't see a ton there. I would actually rather go to Valimaki or Matthew McCarty. Matthew McCarty is a solid player on tour. We've seen this time and time again with him. Reliable. He's come on and really represented himself well. He was 4th in Canada. He's made some cuts. He couldn't handle it at the majors. He came in 14th at the Masters, but he missed the cut at the PGA and the US Open. I don't care about that whatsoever. I'm more interested, can he go low in these type of events? And the answer is predominantly yes. He can get hot with the putter as well. That's an added bonus. McCarty makes sense at 72. Scrolling, starting to get a little dicey. Doug Gim, he also makes a lot of sense at 72. He played well last week, gained across the board. I'm fine with him. You start to see ownership really flatten. We basically don't even have anyone at 5% right here, 1 or 2% for most of these guys, and that just means you want to be careful with your allocation. You can absolutely play guys from this range. Just be careful with the allocation. This is more flyers. If you have 10%, you're going to be way over the field with any of these guys. I don't have a ton of interest in most. Ricky Castillo, someone that I've been kind of buying somewhat on a macro level, but I'll be honest, I'm just going to scroll down a little further because Eckroad is here at flat 7, and I prefer Eckroad. 5% ownership, $7,000. He looks pretty good. Him and Patrick Fishburne actually look better than this range, and I'll go for the trifecta at 7. Chandler Phillips also, to me, is worthwhile in terms of flyers down here. He was 13th last week at Rocket Mortgage. It was mostly putting, I'll admit that, but he looks pretty good to me. Eckroat can score, there's no doubt about that. Patrick Fishburne, The miscuts are there, but he's been really I don't know why he's not playing better. Off the tee, the guy's gained in 8 straight events. With the irons, he's gained in 5 of 6. The short game is not good, but it's not horrendously bad. I think he's just having some bad runouts. I'm not saying I'm jamming this guy by any stretch. I can't believe I'm saying this. This is a crowded range for me. I like Eckroat. I like Chandler Phillips. I think that Chan Kim is in play and Fishburne. The beautiful thing about this, I can get over on all these guys if I want to, just by having 5, 7, 8%, 10%. There's nothing crazy that I need to do. There's not a huge opportunity cost to playing these guys in the flat 7s. And you can end here as well. If you don't want to go into the 6s, don't. It's pretty simple. You can. Quade Cummings is down there. Higo and Molinex if you want bombers. Jackson Koivan, apologies to him. I believe he's the Auburn product. He's got a lot of talent, but he hasn't really been on this level much. And then you've got a guy like Hadwin, who, of course, has got a ton of experience. He's just not playing well. And that's kind of been a theme in 2025. He has made 4 straight, but yeah, I don't know how you really justify this. Also ask yourself why. Why are you down here with guys that are about to be basically 0% owned? Unless you have a line that you really like on some of these guys, like to me, Takumi Kanaya is interesting in these birdie fests. I've been trying to get him right for quite a while. I've been failing pretty much because he hasn't made a lot of cuts. He did make the cut at Rocket Mortgage. It was still all short game centric though. Until this guy improves his irons, I don't think you're going to see a lot of flashes in terms of leaderboard equity, in terms of placement points. All right. Where are we going now? Hey, Jeremy Paul, I officially gave up on this experiment. We're in the, oh yeah, I got to do, so I did this last week and I failed, but I'm going to do it again this week. And this is a big if, hear me now. If you need a guy sub 6,500, I'm going to Trevor Cone Part 2. I did this last week. He got cut. He is going to be under 1% owned. I think that's basically a given. This guy, relative to the range, actually strikes the hell out of it. 6 straight positive off the tee, 5 of 6 positive on the approach. The results kind of reminds me of Patrick Fishburne. The results are not there. I think the game is closer than you would think given that situation. So Trevor Cone, last man in a jam. Let's build some lineups. All right. I'm on the single lineup simulator. And once again, I'd be crazy not to tell you guys the July 4th promo is here. It is running. You have a couple days to take advantage of 50% off any weekly or monthly package. The link is below. This could take you right through the Open Championship, and you're getting fantastic tools that people have used, me included, to make money playing PGA DFS. Is it high variance? Sure. Do you need to get lucky? Absolutely. But this puts you in a better position to do just that. Come and check it out for yourself. See what you think. Let's build some lineups. By the way, I have another PGA video out called the PGA Perfect Lineup, and we build some really cool stuff. Shout out to Josh for helping me out with that. All right, here we go. Taking a couple guys just right off the cuff, and we'll see. You know, the beautiful thing about this, you can set your filters, you can set your lineup, and then you get a barometer of where we're at. Okay, is this going to grade out terribly, neutral, fantastic? Let's find out. Lee Hodges and Eckroat. All right. Now I could just say show affordable players. We will sort here. Oh my God, Bez. Give me Jaeger. Look at that. Look at this beauty. It probably won't sim out great, but that's okay. It's a great starting point. And all you do, you press run lineup simulation, you let it fly, and we'll be in business. All right. Whew. One time dealer. Where are we going to be? Negative 13%. Okay. Something to work with. Again, with PGA, you're not going to see, I think this is really important context. In the NFL and stuff, you're going to have simulated ROIs that are like 100%, 120. That just doesn't happen with PGA. It's tougher. There's no doubt. It's thinner margins with all of this stuff. But this is a good barometer. And the beautiful thing, like I said, you can say, okay, let me do something a little different. This is for a large field tournament. So I don't want Ben Griffin. I'm just going to plug in Day. Again, you will have to adjust because you have negative salary here. You can go to show affordable players. Oh yeah, we'll put in we'll go Glover. Why not? I don't really like him this week, but he's certainly playable. A little different, lower owned for sure, this type of lineup. It's a 2v2. I would honestly, if I had to guess, and I could be completely wrong, I think this will sim out worse, but I'd be interested to see it. And that's the beauty of this. Again, you can play around with these tools. You can use this. You can have it complete the lineup. Oh my God, look at that. See, that's because I changed these parameters to a large contest. There's no doubt in my mind. There we go. What a weird lineup. That is some weird, wild stuff. No doubt about it. But we brought that ownership way down, and that has made all the difference. I think we have to end on that note. I mean, I did not expect that. Maybe I'll play this lineup. Who knows? Anyway, again, if you want to do that, I already mentioned the code a couple times. The link in the description below. If you have any questions for me, I am happy to help. At JazzRazBets on Twitter. I'm in the Stochastic Discord. Just tag me. I would be happy to help with anything golf related, but you could tweet me if I didn't get to one of your golfers or you have a question on a build or whatever I can do. I love talking PGA golf. And thanks for hanging out, everyone. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button on the way out. Nice comment would help. All that good stuff is appreciated. Not necessary, but appreciated. And on that note, let's take down some money and build some momentum as we head into the final major of the golf season in just a few weeks. Good luck, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon.